What if the most powerful foods for diabetes control were not expensive powders, hard-to-follow meal plans, or trendy health products, but simple vegetables already sitting in your kitchen right now? For many older adults, diabetes does not begin with a dramatic emergency. It often begins quietly, with tired mornings, blurry vision, tingling feet, stubborn weight gain, and blood sugar numbers that slowly drift higher over time. That is what makes it so dangerous. Diabetes often whispers long before it roars. According to research supported by the National Institutes of Health, the quality of your diet plays a major role in blood sugar regulation, insulin sensitivity, and long-term protection against complications. In other words, the food you place on your plate today may do far more than satisfy hunger. It may help protect your heart, calm inflammation, support your nerves, and reduce the daily stress high glucose places on your body. In this video, we are revealing 9 of the best vegetables for diabetics after 60, and some of them may surprise you. These are not rare ingredients. They are simple, familiar foods that can gently support your health meal after meal. Stay with me, because one of these vegetables may become the easiest and smartest change you make this week. And before we begin, comment below with your favorite vegetable, like this video, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe for more simple health wisdom designed to help you thrive after 60. Veggie number 1. Broccoli. Broccoli may look like an ordinary green vegetable, but for older adults living with diabetes, it can become one of the most valuable foods on the table. Broccoli is best known for its fiber and plant compounds, especially sulforaphane, which has been studied for its role in supporting healthy blood sugar balance and reducing oxidative stress. That matters because high blood sugar does not just affect the numbers on a glucose meter. Over time, it can quietly strain the nerves, the kidneys, the eyes, and the heart. What makes broccoli especially helpful is how gently it works with the body. Its fiber slows digestion, which helps reduce sudden rises in blood sugar after meals. At the same time, its vitamin C and antioxidants help calm inflammation, a hidden issue many seniors with diabetes are dealing with every day. A simple serving of steamed or roasted broccoli beside lunch or dinner can become a small daily act of protection. One common mistake is covering broccoli with sugary sauces or turning it into a side dish loaded with refined breadcrumbs. The healthier approach is simple. Steam it, roast it with olive oil and garlic, or stir it into a light skillet meal. For seniors who want steady energy and better glucose control, broccoli is not just food. It is quiet support for the body's healing process. Veggie number 2. Spinach. Spinach is one of those foods that gives far more than it seems. Soft, light, and easy to prepare, it is packed with nutrients that many older adults with diabetes desperately need. One of the most important is magnesium, a mineral involved in insulin function, blood sugar control, and muscle and nerve health. When magnesium runs low, the body often struggles more with fatigue, weakness, and unstable glucose levels. Spinach also brings folate, potassium, and antioxidants that support circulation, which is especially important for seniors concerned about slow healing, swelling, or poor blood flow to the legs and feet. For people who experience tingling, numbness, or that heavy tired feeling after meals, spinach can be a gentle but powerful addition to everyday eating. It nourishes without overloading the body with excess carbohydrates. The beauty of spinach is how easily it fits into daily life. It can be sautéed with eggs, stirred into soups, blended into smoothies, or added to warm casseroles. The mistake many people make is not eating enough of it consistently. Diabetes care is often about what you do again and again, not once in a while. For older adults, spinach offers a simple way to support energy, circulation, and blood sugar control in one easy habit. Veggie number 3. Tomatoes. Tomatoes are often underestimated because they are so common, but they bring something deeply valuable to a diabetic plate. They are rich in lycopene, a natural antioxidant that helps protect blood vessels and may support heart health. For seniors with diabetes, this matters more than ever because the condition does not only affect glucose. It can also raise the risk of artery damage, circulation problems, and long-term cardiovascular strain. Tomatoes are naturally low in calories and moderate in carbohydrates, making them easier to include without placing too much pressure on blood sugar. They also pair beautifully with other healthy foods, which makes them practical for real life. Sliced into salads, simmered into soups, roasted, in the oven, or cooked into a simple sauce. Tomatoes bring comfort, color, and nourishment without much effort. An interesting detail many people do not realize is that cooked tomatoes can be especially beneficial because the lycopene becomes easier for the body to absorb. That means a warm tomato soup, a homemade vegetable stew, or roasted tomatoes with olive oil may offer even greater support. The main caution is to watch out for store-bought sauces loaded with sugar and sodium. For older adults trying to protect the heart, eyes, and blood vessels while keeping meals satisfying, tomatoes are a quiet but dependable ally. Veggie number 4. Cabbage. Cabbage is one of the most underrated vegetables for older adults with diabetes. It is humble, inexpensive, and easy to find, yet it offers a remarkable combination of fiber, antioxidants, and natural plant compounds that support blood sugar control. For seniors trying to manage appetite, maintain stable glucose, and protect long-term health, cabbage can be a surprisingly powerful everyday food. One reason cabbage stands out is that it helps you feel full without loading the body with heavy starches or excess calories. That is important because many people with diabetes struggle not only with sugar spikes, but also with cravings and the cycle of feeling hungry again too soon after a meal. The fiber in cabbage supports digestion and helps slow the rate at which glucose enters the bloodstream. At the same time, its anti-inflammatory compounds may help protect blood vessels from the ongoing stress caused by high blood sugar. Red cabbage offers even more visual beauty and nutritional strength because of its rich pigments, which are linked to antioxidant support. It can be enjoyed raw in slaws, lightly sautéed, roasted until tender, or even fermented into a gut-friendly side dish. One common mistake is turning cabbage into a dish overloaded with sugar-heavy dressings. Kept simple with olive oil, lemon, garlic, or vinegar, cabbage becomes a gentle, affordable protector for the diabetic body. Veggie number 5. Cauliflower. Cauliflower has become popular for a reason. It is one of the most useful vegetables for replacing high-carb foods without sacrificing comfort or satisfaction. For older adults living with diabetes, that can make a real difference. Many favorite foods like white rice, mashed potatoes, and pizza crust can quickly raise blood sugar, but cauliflower offers a way to enjoy familiar textures while being much kinder to the body. Its fiber helps slow digestion, while its natural compounds support metabolic health and may help calm inflammation. This matters because diabetes is often connected to deeper issues such as insulin resistance, weight gain around the midsection, and liver strain. Cauliflower fits beautifully into meals that support better balance. It can be mashed until creamy, pulsed into rice, roasted until golden, or baked into casseroles that feel comforting and familiar. What makes cauliflower especially helpful for seniors is its versatility. A person who feels tired of diet food can still enjoy warm, satisfying meals by using cauliflower in creative ways. The caution, again, is preparation. Frying it in heavy batter or covering it in processed sauces takes away much of its benefit. But when seasoned well and cooked simply, cauliflower becomes a smart substitute that helps reduce glucose spikes without making meals feel restrictive or joyless. Veggie number 6. Zucchini. Zucchini is gentle, hydrating, and incredibly easy on digestion, which makes it especially helpful for seniors with diabetes. Many older adults deal not only with blood sugar concerns, but also with bloating, sluggish digestion, or that uncomfortable heaviness after meals. Zucchini can help lighten the load while still providing nourishment, fiber, and satisfaction. Because it is naturally low in carbohydrates and high in water, zucchini supports blood sugar control without making a meal feel too sparse. Its fiber helps slow glucose absorption, while its light texture makes it easier to digest than many heavier side dishes. For seniors trying to lose weight, reduce evening blood sugar swings, or simply eat more vegetables without discomfort, zucchini can be a wonderful choice. It is also one of the easiest vegetables to use in creative ways. It can be sliced into stir-fries, roasted with herbs, spiralized into noodles, tucked into omelets, or baked into savory dishes. A helpful story many people discover is that once zucchini becomes part of the weekly routine, they begin relying less on bread, pasta, and other starches that once dominated the plate. The most common mistake is overcooking it until it turns watery and bland. Cooked with care and simple seasoning, zucchini becomes a soft, comforting, and blood sugar-friendly addition that supports hydration, digestion, and steady energy. Veggie number 7. Asparagus. Asparagus is one of the most elegant vegetables you can place on a plate, but for older adults with diabetes, its value goes far beyond appearance. It is naturally light, low in carbohydrates, and rich in fiber, which helps the body absorb sugar more slowly after a meal. That steady release matters, especially for seniors who feel drained after eating or notice their glucose climbing too quickly in the evening. What makes asparagus especially meaningful is its support for the body's deeper systems. It contains antioxidants that help protect cells from oxidative stress, one of the silent forces behind diabetic complications involving the kidneys, nerves, and eyes. It also supports digestion and may help the body feel less burdened after heavier meals. For older adults who are trying to protect long-term health rather than simply react to symptoms, asparagus is a wise and healing choice. A lovely way to prepare it is with olive oil, garlic, and a squeeze of lemon, roasted until tender but still slightly crisp. It can also be steamed and served beside eggs, fish, or chicken for a simple but nourishing meal. The mistake many people make is overcooking it until it loses both flavor and texture. Treated gently, asparagus becomes more than a side dish. It becomes a quiet form of care, helping seniors support their blood sugar while enjoying a meal that still feels refined and satisfying. Veggie number 8. Bell peppers. Bell peppers bring color, sweetness, and crunch to a meal, but they also offer powerful support for older adults with diabetes. They are naturally low in carbohydrates and rich in vitamin C, which plays an important role in reducing inflammation and supporting the body's response to stress. For seniors living with diabetes, that matters because inflammation often works in the background, making insulin resistance and fatigue even harder to manage. Red, yellow, and orange peppers also contain protective plant pigments that support eye health, which is especially valuable for older adults concerned about vision changes. Diabetes can quietly affect the eyes over time, so including foods that help nourish and protect them is a wise step. Bell peppers also add flavor without relying on sugar-heavy sauces, which makes healthy meals easier to enjoy. They can be eaten raw with a protein-rich dip, sautéed with onions and eggs, roasted in the oven until sweet and tender, or stuffed with wholesome fillings. Many seniors discover that when they add bell peppers to meals regularly, healthy food becomes more colorful and less repetitive. The main warning is to avoid pairing them only with highly processed foods. On their own, bell peppers are vibrant, practical, and deeply supportive for blood sugar balance, hydration, and long-term wellness. Veggie number 9. Mushrooms. Mushrooms have a rich, savory flavor that makes meals feel hearty and satisfying, which is one reason they are so useful for older adults with diabetes. They are very low in carbohydrates and calories, yet they add a depth of flavor that can help reduce dependence on heavier meats, refined starches, and processed convenience foods. For seniors trying to eat in a way that feels nourishing rather than restrictive, mushrooms can be a wonderful ally. They also contain unique fibers and nutrients that support metabolic health, immune function, and inflammation control. That is especially important because diabetes can weaken the body slowly over time, making it harder to recover from illness and easier for fatigue to take over. Mushrooms offer support without overwhelming the body, and they fit naturally into a wide variety of meals. They can be sautéed with garlic and olive oil, folded into omelets, stirred into soups, or used as a comforting addition to casseroles and skillet dishes. A common mistake is using mushrooms only as a topping rather than seeing them as a meaningful food in their own right. For many older adults, mushrooms help create meals that feel warm, satisfying, and deeply grounded. In a diabetic lifestyle, that kind of satisfaction matters because it makes healthy eating easier to sustain day after day. Today, we explored 9 powerful vegetables for diabetics in this exact order: broccoli, spinach, tomatoes, cabbage, cauliflower, zucchini, asparagus, bell peppers, and mushrooms. Each one offers its own unique way of supporting blood sugar balance, reducing inflammation, and helping older adults feel more protected over time. The real lesson is this: managing diabetes does not always begin with expensive products or extreme changes. Sometimes it begins with the vegetables you choose again and again in your everyday meals. Small choices can quietly strengthen your energy, support your heart, protect your eyes, and bring more stability to your days. You do not need perfection. You only need a few wiser choices repeated consistently. One serving at a time, one grocery trip at a time, one meal at a time, your body can begin to feel safer and stronger. So tell me in the comments, which of these vegetables do you already eat, and which one would you like to add this week? If this video encouraged you, please like, share, subscribe, and pass it along to someone who needs simple, practical hope on their health journey. And if you are ready to take better care of your body after 60, start with your next plate.